Hello guys, welcome to my first Sunday market breakdown. So in this Sunday market breakdown, I will forecast the trades that I want to take for this upcoming week. Okay, so also if the audio is not so good, yeah, sorry about that because I'm using the laptop microphone. So I will buy at the end of this week one or in the week. So okay, first we will go to GBP USD on the monthly chart, and what I can see is we had a clear high here, okay? And we had a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So everything between this lower high and lower low could be relief for more downside momentum, you see? So I will delete this. Okay, so this was our lower high, so this could be a relief for more downside momentum. Okay, what I can see if I look closer is this ascending trend line got broken. This was 50% blue candles and 50% red candles. So this was counter to the trend relief for more downside momentum. Okay, so we had a clear break of the ascending trend line. We had a clear low, then a clear high, then we had a clear lower low. And so this was our high, low, lower high, lower low. And this is the same highs, you see? Okay, so if I do this again, you can see there is a nice monthly supply and demand zone. You see, we tried to break it, but we didn't break it impulsively. You see, it came all the way back here. Also, it break a little bit, but not impulsively for taking long setups. So what I wanted to see is break, correction, counter to the trend, and then going for more upside momentum. You see. But now, yeah, it's still holding the price, still holding the monthly supply and demand zone. If I go to the weekly chart, you see we were making some clear lower highs and higher highs. So as you can see, low, high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, and then we got broke this lower high. You see, this institutional candle. This was our last lower high. Okay, so this was our indication. We can also see here a nice head and shoulders playing out, and this is already playing out right now. So I will explain what an institutional candle is. Okay, so an institutional candle, you see, these are all blue candles. Between all these blue candles, there is one red candle that is red. So there is a lot of volume behind it to make a red candle at the weekly chart. So this will be, so I'll take, so this will be our resistance zone at the weekly chart. So here it will reverse, okay? If I take my fib from the high to the low, you see it's aligning very good with the 61.80 and the 78.60, okay? So weekly fib, I will make it a weekly fib. Okay, so then I will go to the daily chart. What you can see is we had here our ascending trend line. You see, very big break, a lot of volume behind it, a lot of bearish momentum. And then you can see like this, a little bit more like that. Okay, so you can see that we are counter to the trend we're leaving, you see. For more downside momentum, we broke this ascending trend line a little bit till the low of the last low, you see. So what I wanted to see is a clear head and shoulders again, but we also tapped here again. So it can maybe go up, 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 and then sell around this region because we had here an institutional candle. This worked like a magnet, you know. Every institutional candle works like a magnet. It's bound to be tapped, you know. So this was our head and shoulders. So I want to take here a short or here. It depends how the price reacts. So from this high to this low, Okay, daily fib. You can see it's aligning very well between the 6180 and the 7860, the shoulder one region and the shoulder two. Okay, so then I will go to the 4-hour chart. What I see is we have a clear descending trend line, okay, for keeping the price down. If I look back to the daily, you can see it can come back and then reverse. And if I look to the line chart at the daily, you can see this is my first structure. This is my first structure that is closer to the 6180. So this will be my daily reverse point. So I can possibly take a short around this region, okay? So if I take my 4-hour chart, I will take my clearer 4-hour structural descending trend line like this. You see, this is better than this, okay? So I will delete this. So what I want to see is breaking the descending trend line, then going back to this high, and then going up, 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 maybe around here, deceleration, then taking a short, or it goes to this shoulder 2 region and the shoulder 1 region here. Then I can take maybe, yeah, I will take a short setup. What I want to see is like this, you have this, this, and this. Okay, like that, and then to the downside, up, come back, and then go all the way down, come back, and then it's gone. You see? So you had here then your ascending trend line for keeping the price up, and then you have here your shoulder 1 region that aligns very well. So for a head and shoulders pattern to play out. So you can then take here a short, your stop loss a little bit above this high, then you can take from the high to the low, you can take the first profits, high to the low, that's here, the 4-hour fib. Then you can take the first profit at a minus 27, you see? And then the second profit at the daily minus 27 for around 15%. And then you go further, the third take profit. So everything is then closed. So you take 1/3, 2/3 at a daily take profit, and then 3/3 at a weekly minus 27. And this will be around 33%. Okay. So we could also have another entry because you have this bearish W also. If you missed the head and shoulders, you could also take around around this region right here. So between the 61.80 and 78.60, and then you can short it a little bit above this one, and then that's the only disadvantage because head and shoulders give you sometimes more risk ratio, and yeah. So but you can take it there and stop loss a little bit above, and then it's 20% to the weekly take profit. And 1/3 out is here. So then it's here, 1/3 out at the 4-hour TP. That's around, I would like to say, 150 like this. So, okay, so I will go to the next pair, USD CHF right now. So I've been at the monthly chart, and then can I see clearly what will happen? So what I can say is high, low, lower high, lower low. Our lower high didn't broke yet, so that means that this will be relief for more downside momentum. You see the price is very corrective, counter to the trend. You see also a break of this ascending trend line. You see you have also here this descending trend line for keeping the price down. You see 1 touch, 2 touch, 3rd touch is always the biggest one. You see a very big impulse to the downside. And then you can have here 1, 2, 3, 4 for more upside. So you have here this leg coming all the way up, then you have a bearish W, and then the 5th leg all the way down. So that is what I want to see. So we'll delete this. Okay, so now I will go to the weekly chart. What I can see is we made some clear lower lows and lower highs. So here is the high, the low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower. Just maybe this will be our like this. So high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then our lower low. So here I can see a clear double bottom. You see, clear double bottom. So the weekly reverse like this. So never sell at weekly lows. This is the reason why, because banks like to take profit at weekly lows. Because you had here also a very nice ascending trend line and it broke. Some retail traders got out because yeah, they think, okay, we broke this and they go short, but the banks and institutes say, okay, thank you for the liquidity, we go up, you see. So if I take my fib from the low to the high, you can see like this. Weekly fib, take my, okay, then the rectangles, you can see the minus 27 is very nice, aligning with this support zone here. Here's clear support. This candle came all the way back down and up. Here also down, up, close. So it can be a big bullish move to the upside, and then here's some clear resistance. It works like a roof then, you see. So I will go then to the daily chart. What I can see in the daily chart is some clear descending trend line. Okay, if you want to have a more descending structural trend line on the daily, this is a more structural trend line, you see. So I will delete this one. This is more yeah, this is better. These have more taps. This has 2 taps. So we reversed on this weekly double bottom, very bullish push, sorry. And then we have this daily supply and demand zone that got broken at the end of the week. So this was my indication. Okay, we broke this. Okay, we are going for long setups, and my confirmation will be a clear inverse head and shoulders. Okay, so what I like to see is that it will came all the way back around here, around shoulder 1 region, head, and shoulder 2, and then go to the upside. You see? Okay, so I will delete this leg here. So if I take my fib, daily fib from the low to the high, you can see that the 61.8 and 78.6 is very nice aligning with this shoulder 1 and here this small institutional candle. Okay, so if I go to the line chart, you see my first structure that I'm encounter is this here. You see, I place my daily reverse point and I go and I go and I go, and this is my first structure here. So this is our daily reverse point for a possible long setup. Okay, so we are going to the 4 hour, and what can we see on the 4 hour? We can see here clear deceleration, clear banks and institutes that taking their profit. Okay, so we are having also a very big ascending trend line like this, you see. Okay, so we have also a fib completion. So we have the low, the high, and then on the 4 hour chart we have a minus 60.80 fib completion. This is where the banks like to take profit, and now it can be aggressively to the downside. It can act aggressively. So on the minus 27 they also take profit, but less than the minus 68. So you see it clearly here. So what I would like to see now is if they break this low, then some retest, and then some more downside momentum, and then some corrective nature for a buy limit, you know. Or if they come aggressively to the downside, I will wait for some deceleration, 3 to 4 hour candles, 3 to 4 hour candles, and then I will take it to the upside. So you can take it also like this. So the price come down, 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 down. You see, you have this descending trend line, okay? And then you have the break, you see? Then you have the break around this region, the break, we break this lower high, okay? We come back, and then you have a possible entry because you have no confirmation yet because you are trading down, but now you are trading up. You broke this lower high, so you can take a trade at this shoulder one region, like, oh, it's not that one, the long setup like this. Okay, so your stop loss a little bit under this low, like that, like this. So this was shoulder one, head, shoulder two. Okay, so if you missed it, okay, no problem. There will be also some opportunities. So you have here again a new high, and then it came all the way back because the banks took profit. And then you have here the ascending trend line to protect your price, and then you can take the fib from this low to that. And then you can take here your buy setup from between the 61.8 and a 78.60. Stop loss a little bit under this, and then first take profit around minus 27. So you need to take the round number to the downside. So 210, you know. So you have now here 200, 200. 4 hour take profit. This will be 1/3 out, and then 2/3 out will be at the 10%, and then yeah, third. So the third take profit will be at a weekly minus 27 for around 25%. Okay, guys. So I will go now to the next trade is GBP NZD. So I will go again to the monthly chart. Okay. So what I can see is some clear bearish momentum, you see, and then again some counter to the trend relief, you see, a lot of relief, not so impulsive as this one, so that means that we have some an ascending channel, sorry, for more downside momentum, because we never broke this lower high here. You see, it tried, but it never broke. You see, we have also here a monthly supply and demand. So monthly supply and demand. So this act like support here, resistance. So there's a clear monthly supply and demand. And okay, so this can go possibly to the downside. So if I go to the weekly chart, what I can see is, okay, we made some clear lows, highs, lower high, higher highs, lower highs, higher highs. Okay, but then we broke this, so we had this high, then this low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then this lower low. So everything between this lower high and this low could be relief for more downside momentum. So I will delete this. I will delete this of all of that, and I will do this like this. Okay. So we had also here double bottom. You see, again, the banks and institutes like to take profit on the weekly low. This is a weekly low, and they took profit, and the retail traders were also getting out here. So they say, okay, thank you for the liquidity, we go up. Okay, so, but we are still having some clear bearish momentum, a very big bearish momentum. So I think there will be some more bearish momentum because, yeah, they will always not taking the full amount out of their sell positions, So I will go now to the daily chart. What I can see is that here a bearish push, a lot of bearish momentum. You see here, we could also have here on the daily chart, inverse head and shoulders for a buy setup, okay? And then you have this push up and then this counter to the trend. So it's also counter with the trend. So counter with the trend is also an indication for us that we we'll have some more downside momentum. We have also here with this bearish movement counter to the trend relief. You see, we also broke this lower high here. Yeah, we just didn't broke it. We just didn't broke it. But I want to see a clear head and shoulders playing out. You see, you have here shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2 region. You see, so I take my fib from the high to the low, and you see that the 6180 just got tapped, so we can go to the downside now. But I would like to see it go to this region, at shoulder 1 region. Okay, so if I take the line chart, I can take my daily reverse point. You see, it's a lining variable between the 6180 and 7860, 6180, 7860. Okay, and then we will go to the 4-hour chart. Okay, what can I see? We can see that we broke this descending trend line here. You see, descending trend line. They took here profit. Yet also here a buy opportunity. You see, like this, because they broke this descending trend line. They broke also this lower high. You see, this got broken. This broke very impulsively. Okay, so we are making higher highs and higher lows. So you could take from this low, so sorry, from this low to this high, your setup to the upside. But be aware, because yeah, you had here your supply and momentum of the 4-hour chart. So clear support and resistance here, like this, and it reversed immediately of that. But you always need to keep in mind that we had very big bearish candles here, so there is still sitting some volume behind it, so there's still sitting some bearish orders. So that's why we take profit at the 0, because yeah, we are trading against the trend. We need to trade with the trend. Okay, but you could take this on the 1/3 out at the 0. Okay, but I want to see the price going to this region at the -27 fib completion at the 4-hour. So, and then I want to see going up, 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 some deceleration, break like this, yet, and here your ascending trend line like this to protect your price. So it will going up when this break, this lower high, then you can have possible shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2 region for taking a short right here. Stop loss a little bit above the head, and then going for the downside momentum, you see. So you could also have here like this, you know, one like this, then break, shoulder, then possible bearish W, you see, bearish W, then this from this high to this low. If you miss this head and shoulders, you can take a short to this region like this. So I will take it for the full 1% of my account, always taking 1% or 0.5%. Like this here, you could take here 0.5% risk entry because you were trading against the driver, the bearish momentum. This is why you needed to take 0.5% and take profit at the 0. Here you can take 1% risk entry. This is not a risk entry because you had a bearish entry, because you had this bearish impulse to the downside. So yeah, it's a very high, how do I say that? Yeah, okay. So like this, you can take the first take profit 1/3 out at the -27 around the round number to the upside. So that will be around 1.95800. So like this, you take 1/3 out, and then 2/3 you will take out around this region, the daily take profit at the -27, and then the weekly take profit. Here I need to through it the weekly take profit. So this will be the weekly take profit. Still got on broke, you see. This was our lower high. And then the weekly take profits around around 22%. Okay, guys. So this was GBP NZD. Now I will go to the next trade, NZD CAD. And we go again to the monthly chart. And what can we see here? We broke our ascending trend line. You see, ascending trend line, we broke it, but also our descending trend line to protect our price. You see taps, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see a lot of deceleration here. Okay, we are also making so high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. This is actually the same low. You see high, low, lower high, low, same lows. So now we go to the weekly. I will just delete these ones, okay. So from this point, this is our last lower high, so this could be a relief for more downside momentum. So the weekly chart, okay. What can I see now? We had some very bearish momentum. Yeah, a lot of volume in this move. And then we broke this lower high for more upside momentum. You see here got the retail traders out. You see, because we were at clear weekly lows around here. So never sell at weekly lows. Okay, and then we are trading to the upside very impulsively. Okay, so then we made some low. Here is the low, the high, the lower high, the higher high, the lower high, the higher high. And then we broke this institutional candle. You see, this is very powerful because we can treat it like one leg. If this break impulsively, so this broke impulsively, then we can, this is our indication for more downside momentum, for more having downside momentum, sorry. So like this, okay. So I will delete the rest of it, okay, delete, like this, okay. So what can I see? We have also here a descending trend line, a little bit more like this. So you see it's very good aligning. We have also this bearish push, so this will be our weekly fib on the magnet. Go to the magnet like this and like this, okay. So we had also here again a bearish double top. You see, never buy at weekly highs, weekly high. So it came back all the way down, and then we go to the daily chart. What can we see? Okay, the daily descending trend line is very good aligning with this third touch of the trend line. So the third touch is always the important one, because this is the higher probability that it will go to the downside. Okay, so we also made an head and shoulders. You see here head and shoulders. Okay, you had here shoulder one, head, break, shoulder two, and here again acting like shoulder one region. So like this. Okay, so this lower high still column broke. You see, this lower high still didn't broke impulsively, a little bit, but not impulsively, because we wanted to see then this like this correctively, and then to the upside. But that wasn't the case. So we go now to the 4-hour, and then we saw here clear bullish push, and then ascending trend line, protect the price, break of the lower high. You see, sorry, this was our last lower high. We broke it. So we broke it. Okay. You saw also that the price was rejecting a lot on this level right here. The banks took some profit here. So this is actually a triple top 1, 2, 3 for more downside momentum. This is a confirmation also. So this was our indication confirmation, and then we have also so we have we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a bearish W for more downside momentum. We have this descending trend line to protect our price. We have then we have our for our reverse point. So the first, first I need to take the fib from the high to the low like this for hour, okay. And then between the 61.80 and the 78.60, I want to search my reverse point. So the first structure that I encounter is this one, clear resistance, support, resistance. Okay, so this will be my sell entry right here. So you can have here a short one around this region, stop loss a little bit above the 100, taking 1/3 out at the -27, at the 4-hour -27. Yeah, you can, so the round number here is 0.87850. Okay, so for our take profits, this will be around 1.75, or you can take it more because this trend line is protecting the price for more downside momentum. So you don't need to put it all the way here, but you can also do it here. You see, then you can see the change of a percent in your risk reward. Okay, so we can also go to the 1-hour chart, but this is more for advanced traders because I see here a shoulder 1 head and shoulder 2, so it can possibly go to this shoulder 1 region. We're taking here short right away, you see. Then I will put my stop loss a little bit above this wick. You see, then you have more percentage. If you go to the lower time frames, then you have a bigger risk reward, you know. So what I want to see is then on a 1 hour. Okay, maybe I will go to the 4-hour because this is better. So okay, then it will be go like this. Then some deceleration, 3 to 4 hour candles, I will take it short, and then it will go to the -27 4-hour take profit. Okay, first take profit, then the second take profit will be at at the daily -27 for around 22%, and then the weekly for around 30%. Okay, guys, so this is a very good trade. So I hope it will play out. So we will see. So these were all my setups that I forecasted. So I hope you liked it and learned a lot of it. I would also recommend you to search the Forex Dictionary on Instagram because they learned me the whole strategy behind it. So yeah, it's a very good company. Yeah, I really recommend it to you. So I will also give you my Instagram page, my personal page on Instagram. You can ask me all your questions about it, and Forex Dictionary link of the site. So okay, guys, see you at the next Sunday market breakdown. Bye, guys.